Hey there, this is Tim from the Jefferson County General Assembly.org in Jefferson County, Pennsylvania. And I wanted to talk quickly about a subject that I haven't really run into too many people around Pennsylvania who understand this problem that we're having and the solution. Um, if you talk to a bar attorney, and I just, the bar attorneys that I've met do not know what they're talking about, basically. They've been told a lot of things, but they don't have the wherefore to figure out exactly what is going on. So, uh, the subject that I want to talk about is land patents. A lot of people do not understand that all of the property in the United States was first patented. And for example, the property where I live was a land patent that came. I don't have the exact date with me. It was 17 in the 1780s, 17 later 1780s, whenever it was actually patented the first time, and that land patent is still valid today. What that means is the original jurisdiction, the William Penn and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania sold the property to various people. At that time, originally they were selling for 2 cents an acre. So the property where I have mine at is it originally was 1,000 acres. It was purchased by a doctor out of Philadelphia, which is hundreds of miles away, but they would do this for investments. And then the property was broken up into pieces and sold off. And so eventually, 100 years later, that same property was split up. I believe it was 96 acres was split off of it, and then there was a map made up, and the man who had purchased that property started building houses on it and subdivided it. And so the land patent actually covers all 1,000 acres. But my part of that 1,000 acres is covered under that land patent. I had to send off to Harrisburg and found out by doing a deed search what the actual warrant numbers and land patent numbers were. And then I sent off and I got copies of the original patent. And I took all of those things and put them the into the courthouse by a deed, making my claim at common law for the property. Now, the way this worked, of course, in right after what was called the Civil War, the United States of America was basically hijacked by a British-owned corporation, and they called that corporation the United States of America Municipal Corporation in all capital letters, and they did that through the Organic Act of Washington, D.C., 1871. Moving forward, that same corporation ended up in bankruptcy. The territorial, the municipal, they ended up in bankruptcy in 1907. Teddy Roosevelt, uh, unlawfully, unconstitutionally, what he did was he put our land patents up as collateral for the debt that was created by that corporation. Now, we have nothing to do with that corporation whatsoever. The sovereign people of the United States, according to and under the original uh, sovereign constitution, which is the Constitution for the United States of America, and the original uh, corporation that we created being unincorporated, because you can have a corporation that's unincorporated. Uh, It's just a basic company that we the people put together and to do business for us. So that company still exists, and it exists all well and fine today. Now, this adverse corporation, this municipal corporation, and the others, they tried to make a claim against our sovereignty, saying that we abandoned everything. We didn't abandon nothing, uh, and nothing was ever abandoned. This was just all fraud on their part, making claims against us that they had no right to claim. So they stole our land patents. And but to make a long story short, the easy way, what happened was in 1953-54, that bankruptcy they declared against the land patents was finished. It all came, it was up, it was finished. But what the deceptive government did was they said, well, we don't know who these land patents belong to because it was happened such a long time ago. What was 50 years ago? So they're now abandoned, and they tried to wrap them all up in a ball and send them off somewhere else. And that was another fraud because obviously I'm here and I'm a man and I'm on the land and I'm not a corporation. So at any rate, the land patents still are there. They're still there and they're waiting for the people to come and pick them up. And you need to there is a recipe, if you will. Um, I can post this stuff online. As far as my land patent, bringing forth the land patent, you need to do the paperwork, and that's in my deed. So I made out a new deed for my property. I added the bringing forward of the land patent to that. And by doing that, of course, I am the owner of that land patent at land jurisdiction. And I've moved all my names to the soil of Pennsylvania, my birth state. And by doing so, I am the holder in due course of that land patent, a priority creditor. And there isn't anything anybody can do about it because it's mine. What that means is I'm not liable to the corporation for property taxes. Um, I'm not liable to the corporation for anything because I'm not in their jurisdiction. So it's just a matter of understanding that these land patents originally set up. We are electors. Now, I'm not a voter. I don't vote in the corporate election because that would make me a federal employee. And federal employees are not sovereign. So I'm a man, I'm sovereign. But sovereign a man or a woman is called an elector. And the way you become an elector, what used to be, and in reality still can be, is that you are a landowner. That being the case, as a landowner, you are not only sovereign, but you have the right to elect the officials that go forward in the government. So it's very important. It's a very important fact that you should own the land because if you're paying property taxes, all you're doing is renting. You are literally, you are a subject to the corporation. And until you say otherwise, and until you write them the letters to say otherwise, then you will continue to be nothing more than a subject, like for the British, because all the courts are British equity courts in the United States. So you'd be going into a British court, and you would be saying that you are, how are you going to defend yourself if you haven't done the paperwork, if you haven't brought forth your land patent, and because all that stuff is stuck in limbo right now. It's just stuck out there in limbo. So you have to reach in and grab it with the paperwork and pull it back to yourself and make that claim. And I'm hoping that that people understand how important this really is, that you claim your land patents because they all came out of bankruptcy. more than 50 years ago. And the bankers right now, because the United States municipal and territorial governments are in bankruptcy, the bankers want to come and take your land if you're paying property taxes on it. They want to use it as collateral. Well, don't let them do that. Make out your land patents, bring them forward, find them, go to your. All you have to do is go to the courthouse and start doing this deed search. Start with the deed you have now and search it backwards and search it backwards until you come to the land patent. Mine was all the way back in 1800. Okay, um, but you can do this, and it's not that difficult. And if you're in Jefferson County, you need a little help, let me know. I can try and find some time to help you, or at least explain it to you, because it's not complicated. You go down to the courthouse down there. They're more than willing to help you. They'll show you how to use their little computers, and they will show you how to get back there to the old deeds, and you'll find the stuff. If it's there, and I'm sure it is there, you will find it. So I appreciate your time, and I hope this has helped you out. Everybody needs to bring forth their land patents. Put your paperwork onto the soil. Uh, Take your names, reconvey them to the soil. All this stuff is at jeffersoncountyjoralassembly.org. Go to the website, jeffersoncountyjoralassembly.org. And, do what you need to do, people, because these banksters are coming for your land. And if you don't do what you need to do, there's nobody who can help you. There's no attorney who will help you because they all work for the same corporation. They work for the British Accreditation Registry, the Bar Association. So you have to do this yourself because there's nobody else to do it. All right? Well, have a good day.